at it again, and today we got a special one. We have a special one. All right. The Uncle Tom documentary part 2 has been released. Well, not the whole thing, but a little over 20 minutes of it has been released for us all to enjoy. So I'm gonna be checking this out with you guys. We may not watch the whole thing because it is a little bit longer, but yeah, I personally have not seen part 2. I watched part 1, which it was absolutely fantastic. I'm so behind on these documentaries. I haven't watched the Candace Owens one, which I heard was fantastic. The Matt Walsh one. I mean, I feel like there's another one that I'm forgetting about, but yeah, I'm so behind on these documentaries, man. It's crazy. I need to set aside some time at some point to check out this part 2. But anyway, we're going to be checking this one out today. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you are not subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button to join the family. And make sure you guys are following me on social media. Links are down below. Instagram, Twitter now too. Truth Social, all of that good stuff is down below in the description box. All right? And with that being said, let's dive in. Let's go.
My hope is that this will help to break the spell. The spell that so many people are under.
I know what you mean, brother.
That keeps them angry, makes them bitter, blinds them from the truth. And realize that they're being deceived, that they've been lied to, that we've all been lied to our entire life. My hope is that people will begin to wake up.
Wake up.
If you care to think at all, it's very clear that something is going on here. There's something to this, man. Have we been lied to this whole time?
I'm here at Fort Monroe in Hampton, once known as Point Comfort, the very spot where the first enslaved Africans arrived in America 401 years ago in 1619. The atrocities my ancestors endured, packed and stacked on slave ships like pieces of property, brought to this country to build it with their blood, sweat, and tears. Psychiatrists say trauma like that can affect a people for generations.
No justice, no peace.
7-year-old Wenta Amore Rogers' passion during a recent protest in New York struck a chord across the country.
She has no clue why she's even out there. I guarantee you she couldn't articulate why exactly she's out there. Sheesh.
The amount of passion in her voice, in her eyes for a child that young made me not just see her, it made me see our ancestors before her.
So that little girl learned that from history. She learned that from her parents. And that's even like why it's so important for us to continue to tell the stories.
Nationally renowned psychiatrist Dr. Dion Metzger says the unrest we see today is 401 years in the making.
And in the point of slavery, to the point of, whippings and killing and lynchings.
The whole idea of using slavery today as an excuse for the crime and dysfunction in the Black community doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't at all. And I've said this before, and this may be a little controversial, but, she was just talking about how, some of our ancestors were put on ships, stacked and put through absolutely horrific things. They fought to survive all that time to make sure that their bloodline continued, only for the people of today to act like they're going through what they went through. And I think that is absolutely shameful. Some of our ancestors, they went through some horrible stuff. We can all admit to that, right? We've seen the images, okay? We know what actually went down. Some absolutely horrific stuff. But some of the Black people today act like they are going through what they went through, like they have felt what they went through. And I'm like, yo, you aren't even close. Your grandparents didn't even experience what some of our ancestors experienced. So why are you acting like you went through it? Why are you crying and complaining? You have more opportunities than our ancestors could have ever dreamed of. They just wanted to be free, right? Not only are you free, but you have so many other opportunities outside of just being free. But people would rather continue to be victims. Like I've always stated, man, at a certain point, if somebody pushes you down and I come back a week later and you still laying on the ground, that's your fault at that point. Was the person that pushed you down wrong? Yeah, sure. But you still laying on the ground a week later, so that's on you. And I think it's time that we stop coddling this type of ignorant behavior. Tell people the truth. No, you are not oppressed. No, the big bad boogeyman white man isn't out to get you. Stop acting like it. Suit up and lace your boots up and get to work. Just like the rest of us. You ain't special, but you want some handouts? They ain't coming. So either you gonna get up and work with the rest of us, or you just gonna stay laying on the ground and fall by the wayside. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. Talk to me. How do y'all feel?
If you look at the Blacks that came out of slavery, they were relatively prosperous, and you did not have the dysfunction and crime that you see taking place today.
They understood hard work.
Black people are constantly being told that because of slavery, because of systemic racism, that their anger and their bitterness and their rage is justified.
Is it possible that as Black people, we are experiencing a PTSD from what they went through 401 years ago?
No.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just because we didn't experience it, us learning about the history or even from family stories, it's the same thing.
Goodness gracious.
That does not make a lot of sense, given that Blacks coming out of slavery had lives that were more functional. The functionality of Black lives at the turn of the century was because Blacks were deeply religious people. They adhered to strong Judeo-Christian values and principles. And to the extent that they get further and further away from those principles, I think that you see more dysfunction in Black communities because they've lost the anchor.
Church was the central point. It was the center point of social gathering, culture, religious activity, everything. Every Sunday, you woke up, you had breakfast with your mom and dad, and then all of us came out of the house at the same time, and we start walking toward Sunday school. Even if you couldn't sing, you're going to be in the youth choir. And then Wednesday, you would go to youth Bible study. And then the summer, you go to church retreat camp. Those were just expected things. And that formed a fundamental basis of the Black community. It was that sense of right and wrong. It was that sense of morality. It was that sense of discipline that we had.
And that no longer exists.
The church was producing hope.
Ooh, yeah, that's a great one right there. Hope.
It produced within the community a stability of purpose. It held us together. Families were strong. Dad was there. Mom was there. The children were growing up under the influence of a two-parent home. That all changed.
It's not because of racism. It's not because of police brutality. It's not because of slavery. It's not because of Jim Crow. It's not because of white supremacists and white privilege and all that crap they're telling you now. It's because of lack of character.
This the gutter right here. You
Die for this shit, jail for this shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, die for this shit, live for this.
Y'all hear what they saying?
Born and raised for this
TG. Free all our homies, everybody. Free Lil Dub, Lil Baby Dub.
Black people lost character.
Look at that. And I talked about this before. I don't understand, for the life of me, why people die over neighborhoods that they don't even own. I've seen so many. Hey, this my hood. This my block. It's not your block. Somebody who live up in the hills own that block. Every house on that block you rent. You are dying over a neighborhood that you don't even own. Not a single house, and that's considered like a badge of honor. I don't get it. I really don't. I've said that before, and I'll say it now. I don't understand that mindset. I'm going to put my life at risk and possibly be put in a pine box over this block, over this city block. Okay.
Look at all the neighborhoods, the communities, the cities where blacks have taken over. When they move into those areas, they're very nice. But by the time the blacks are done with them, crime, homelessness, they don't paint their homes, they don't clean up. It just become a mess.
We grew up to this. Like, ain't nothing.
It's because of lack of family, and most black people today do not believe in God. They believe about him, but they don't believe in him. It wasn't that way when I was growing up.
Yeah, that was well put. What?
But it's that way today.
If you walk through any black urban community, you see many black men standing on corners doing nothing.
Get this paper up. That's the only thing you can do unless these won't smoke, you know?
Okay. Young, middle-aged, and old. Because they're operating under a definition that is different from what God has defined for them as their role as men.
We go to other spots, up, beat up, come through this motherfucker, you gonna die. You gonna die. You can't even come to the store and get no motherfucking bottle. You gonna get robbed and killed.
Sometimes I'm ashamed of black people. Because we let people take advantage of us.
And you can't even call me back tomorrow?
What are we projecting to the world? What are we rapping about?
Porn star, big booties, let me film it, then shoot it. 3D money, no illusion.
It's scary to me at times.
Might hit your lines, bitch.
That is not black culture. That's a facade. Throughout history, black folks were honorable. They had integrity. That's what black people were. But now, our black people are Jay-Z, Cardi B, George Floyd.
We like to deify our idols. Now that's after we've burned down our own stores. After we've destroyed our own neighborhoods. After we rob our own local businesses. After there are no more sneakers to steal. Then we'll paint murals on the wall. Our young black boys and black girls are being taught to look up to these individuals. That the purpose in life is to be memorialized on a wall like this.
Images are powerful. You look on churches, powerful images of saints and figures from the Bible, and the goal to communicate the meta-narrative of Scripture. Who we are, why we're here, what's wrong with the world, and how can what is wrong be made right. Your worldview, your religion answers those questions. What we're seeing today is another religion communicating another meta-narrative and another worldview. And these murals are the stained glass windows of this new religion.
Wow. There's more to that, obviously, but man, we will end that there. And yeah, I definitely need to check out Uncle Tom Part 2, because as y'all just saw, you know, my bad if I was a bit silent that whole time. I was focused. I feel like for a little while I forgot I was even recording. You know, I just was like so glued in to the video. I was just off in another dimension, you know, paying attention to the video. Just forgot I was recording at all. But yeah, this looks like it's been well put together, well done. You know, it looks like it has been put together very, very well. It is going to be exposing a lot of truths that, you know, not only ones that, you know, I have spoken about, obviously, and I touched on a couple of those. But I'm sure it's going to expose something like what they're at the end, the new religion. You know, all of these murals being the new glass paintings, right? Never really thought about it that way. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of new information that, you know, that's never crossed my mind. So really, really, really excited to check out this full documentary. I may do like a recap or something, let you guys know how I felt about it, my thoughts, my opinions. Actually, maybe I'll finish this video. And kind of give my thoughts on the entire documentary after I watch it. Let me know if you guys would be interested in something like that. All right, could possibly do that for sure. after I'm done watching the part 2, the full part 2 to this documentary. But as always, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comment section below. Have you guys seen it already? Are you guys excited to see it? What'd you think about the little bit that we did see? I know we didn't see much of it. So yeah, let me know what y'all thinking. I'm excited. I mean, I was already excited, but I feel like now I'm even more excited to go see it, because it's different than what I expected it to be. I expected it to be good, but I feel like this is going to be really, really good, over the top type good. But hey, y'all let me know. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love, family. I'm out.